Clink.
I know. I'm gonna just take a sip.
Let me taste it with my ginger ale.
Let me chase it with my Coca-Cola. Hey guys, welcome to a podcast about nothing with V
and AD.
Oh man.
Hey, welcome to November. I feel like we've been here for a while. Don't get me wrong, but Thanksgiving.
It's talk. We in December.
Oh, pre-record.
That's what makes us so special.
Oh, look at us. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you enjoyed yourselves.
How was it?
But seriously,
honestly, because we do pre-record and we're not into that whole pop culture
Not all
thing.
the time, though. Don't get it fooled. Sometimes we got the hot topics.
True.
News.
True. But all of our topics are hot, so.
Keep it hot like 103.
Drop it like it's hot. All right, so because we don't typically do hot topics, it's a great thing because we can actually record, and all of our topics kind of like...
They're necessary.
They're necessary, and they fit for any time, so that's a great thing. I feel like since I cut my hair, the head wasn't really big.
Oh,
I get a little head.
That's exciting. Hey, a little confidence boost.
What, did you have a little head?
Is that a bad thing?
I don't think it is.
Not little head, but it feels smaller, like, oh.
True.
You know, it's not as big as you thought it was.
Sorry, let me turn my headphones up on my roadcaster.
Look at her using her equipment.
Look at us.
Yes. This is serious. We haven't done one of these serious ones in a minute, but this is serious.
No, we have. Complexions was really serious.
Complexions.
It was serious and it was necessary.
That conversation is always going to be necessary, unfortunately, but very much so.
Yeah. It was a great conversation. And shout out to Jaden and Cameo Lamo. So this conversation is something that we talk about personally all the time.
Personal struggles.
Identity crisis.
I ain't got no crisis.
Oh. Identity theft.
Identity theft. Somebody's trying to steal it.
I am. Basically figuring out who you are, and the alter ego.
It's not necessarily who you are. It's, when you do certain things, people always say, pull this out of you. It's supposed to already be there. It's not. It's a part of who you are. But
it's not a part of your every day. That's what makes it an alter.
I mean, yeah. But I also believe to tune into certain things in your life, you do have to pull certain people out of you. It doesn't just come because in the way we kind of discuss it is in the terms of putting ourselves out there and the working women that we want to portray ourselves to be. And we're both like, who? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, we work really hard.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not just the working woman. It's these personalities that we portray every week. Every week on this podcast. Like, who are we supposed to, when you put yourself out there, specifically on social media, on social media, everybody has this, like, I don't feel like, it's not that no one is real, it's that alter person that they've created.
To me, it's not even an alter person. It's like the people who have mastered social media are the masters of perception. Like,
isn't it the alter person? It's like the other person.
But it's not necessarily who you perceive. It's just understanding what people want to see and portraying that in who you are already. It's not necessarily doing anything extra. I mean, taking a picture to me at any time of the day is extra. I'm just going to say that. I think it's weird. Like, I feel like it's weird people who...
taking a picture of...
Just taking a picture of yourself. Feeling yourself is one thing,
But where you can just turn it on and be like...
But no, like the people who wake up and take pictures of themselves every day.
Yeah.
Without it being a thing that they're getting paid for. It's just an interesting thing for me. I'm not going to call you weird, because if that's how you feel yourself and you gauge your confidence or whatever people do to do that, I don't know. You know, I'm not going to call it weird, but that's you. But, you know, the people who have mastered the art of knowing, like, what people want to see, but not necessarily changing who they are. Because when I say changing who they are is when people come around you and you're feeding up on this personality that you've portrayed. But a lot of the people that I know who are almost master manipulators, or people who are masters of perception, they don't talk to many people. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of like social media influencers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they know what it is. They know what to do. They take the pictures. They go back in the house, and they're loners, and nobody really talks to them.
I think it stems across all, like, celebrities or just personalities in general. When you put influencer in your thing, I expect you to be a certain type of person, I guess, so to say. And it's
like, what though? So when you think of an influencer, because I think when I think of an influencer, I think of somebody who influences somebody to buy something. And I'm realizing that it's a much more basic term to what it is. Like, I thought you partner with influencers to get people to do something who are following you.
Yes. So when you...
And that's usually a purchase.
And
like,
in that sense... in that sense, yes. When you partner with an influencer on social media, for example, APAN might partner with an influencer to get their followers, their audience, to become a part of our audience. But like you said, when I think of influencer, it's like you're influencing me to do something, and that's not what it is nowadays.
I mean, I can understand why people consider, like, people lifestyle influencers. Now, when I say this is because the influencers I follow are all makeup industry related. Those are the ones that I pay attention to, not the ones that I follow. The ones that I really like, I know the tea, sis. You know, who beefing with who's not supporting whose palette. I know the tea. Oh,
She know. See, look
give
at
me
you.
back.
See, that's why Will about to get us.
Please. I'm begging. Okay, please, I'm sorry. I have big knees.
My knees.
My knees, they in the way. I'm rusting. But no, seriously, it's like the influencers that I know all come from the makeup industry, or the ones that I pay attention to, like I said. So they're influencing us to buy something,
or to adapt to a certain lifestyle.
or
like
they're all,
Jackie.
like I said, they're all like, yeah, they're all luxury, or they're teaching you how to be high priced on a budget. But everything is influencing luxury. That's essentially what
So y'all trying to mess with our minds. You trying to influence me to buy your product.
Because you'll look at certain people, it's like, dang, they look like they have money, but when you watch the tutorials, the way they shop and the way they speak about certain products is like, I'm frugal. Like, all the stuff that I get is sent to me. Don't let this fool you, like I'm spending money on all these things. And then you have the people who are like, I deserve it to spend $7,000 on myself, you know, stuff. You're like, oh, sis, you got money. You know?
Yeah, and when we talk about it, it was like finding the identity, like the person that we want to push out there, because I think we're both very uncomfortable with
being out there. This is why this is so, like, what is it, an oxymoron?
Yeah, because we're out there.
Yeah, like, they upload me to YouTube without my will. I'm just playing.
She sit here every week, y'all. She sit here every week.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing.
I hate you.
But
No.
yeah, seriously.
But yes, so the way this conversation came up was like, we got to put ourselves out there more. Like, if we put ourselves out there more, we'll get more people to invest in what we're doing, which is crazy because we have a shitload of views followers, and to the,
Yeah.
I guess, average, influencer or Instagram person, be like, oh, you ain't got 15K followers, you ain't got 1.2 million followers.
Yeah.
You don't either. But that's a conversation for that's a conversation. That's a conversation.
You ain't fooling nobody.
That's a conversation for another day. But to have, over 9,000 people on our Instagram and over, 900,000 views on
YouTube.
Our YouTube page, which we just started in March of this year.
Yeah. And
it's just now November, December, depends.
It depends on when you're watching.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people.
That is.
Based off of what we
I just appreciate that the fact that it's off of genuine conversation. Like, I haven't been uncomfortable once in this whole process.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that because I don't have to live up to anything that I'm not. Because it's hard, y'all. It's hard.
It's hard out here for a pimp. Let me put up my cup.
No, seriously though, it's hard. And I think, while figuring out the basics of owning your own business, I think one thing that people don't, that they downplay, everybody has to do it. I'm realizing that speaking to business owners, speaking to people who have started their own business, hearing people speak about different things, every single person that I know that has started something on their own has had to tune in or channel someone different in themselves.
Yeah.
Or channel something within themselves. So the already being that you are, they have to talk to themselves to dig and find something. Like, what's wrong with me right here, right now? Like, what's going on right now?
So I have a list of things that crazy shit that it literally is a list that's titled crazy shit that AD says or does. And when she does something crazy, I literally go to my it's a gray notebook and I write it down. Yeah, I know I got a lot of notebooks. Here's a different one.
A rose gold for the 2020.
Right.
Gotta keep it shiny.
But yeah, so it's crazy shit that AD does. But like, what's wrong with us right here, right now? The reality is that there's nothing wrong with us right here, right now. We just have to be willing to put ourselves out there.
And realizing that you have layers. Like, I think that was something not hard for me to realize, but understanding that nobody is one surface level. Like, you know True. What I'm saying? Like, so the person that people may be speaking to is probably one layer back. You know what I'm saying? It's probably 2 layers back. It's probably just dealing with something that you refuse to deal with to boost your confidence in a certain area of your life. You don't know what it comes from, but it all has to do with identity and the crisis that we deal with, because I feel as though, and I can speak from my own personal experience, that I've been scared to pull layers back because of discomfort.
Like what?
Just the responsibility that comes with being someone else. And it's not somebody else, but like this social media thing. Like, that's what we're talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
so like,
yeah.
Really, like, I don't think I'm ugly. So people ask me all the time, why don't you like taking pictures of yourself? You're so pretty. That's not it. You know what I'm saying? It's like getting dressed, actually liking the picture, actually posting the picture. Then people respond, and I gotta respond.
How many pictures do you take to get to the one?
The one.
How many licks does it take to get to the center?
So then it's like, okay, after 3 hours, I figured out the one picture. The shit. Here go a caption. Then I give up. I'm like, you know what? It's over with. I'm through. I'm done. Captions. Are you kidding me? Captions? You want me to take pictures and come up with the captions? Do I look like an author to you? Captions? Are you kidding me? Like, are you serious? Captions? Let me write that. Like, I'm through.
Where we at?
I'm through. I'm just saying. Captions, I'm through. You want me to write something under the pictures that I'm already struggling to take? Captions. I can't deal. That's too much. That's too much. Okay, so dig deeper. Find somebody else to do it. You gotta find somebody else in your for real.
Captions, I'm through. Oh my gosh, I swear. Look, before this episode comes out, we have to create that shirt. Just know it is on sale now. Okay?
For real.
Captions, I'm through. Okay? Captions, question mark, I'm through. Like, this is for all of our anti-social media shit. Captions, I'm through. And thank you for listening to the podcast, because I don't know what else to say. That is it.
Like, for real. That's the tea on why you ain't get more from me. Hello. Okay.
That's the tea. Hold on. This is 16:47. Okay. This should be our whole episode. Just me writing down shit.
No, but this is serious though. Like, this is a serious thing. It goes through my mind every day. Like, I don't know the means. I don't know the means. And it's like, sheesh. It's hard. And it's so weird to think that it would be a hard process. You know what I'm saying? Like really being a hard process for me. It's like, wow.
All right, so we're coming out with a new merch line called AD's Quotes. I kid you not. It's going to be shirts.
Yes.
And it's going to be a quote book by AD. She's now an author. Just to let you know. Right. We're looking for a publisher because some shit's be on point. Okay.
Hello. No, we're supposed to be talking. People gonna be looking at us like, are you kidding me? Like, this is not an episode.
This is not an episode. Sorry. Okay, I'm done. I'm just kidding. But yes. We both struggle with the whole identity thing. And it's not like, who are we type of identity. It's who we want to, basically, what part of us do we want to portray when it comes to social media, when it comes to social media and social media?
That's really what it is. It
really, yeah.
There's something in me that kind of gets irritated with the fact that everything is so social media based, but I can only take it as a challenge to myself because literally every single person who wants to do something in this earth is going to have to put themselves out there. And I think, like, sorry to cut you off, but social media really makes me face that on the forefront. Like, this is the simple platform. This isn't a public speaking class where you have to go speak and present your ideas in front of a boardroom. You can do this on your own terms, and you literally can turn your comments off and not say anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you should really take it to be an easier thing for you to do, but it's really hard for me.
It is. It's hard for me as well. Like you said, when it comes to captions.
Yeah.
When it comes to captions, I got the picture thing down. Not after 3 hours. I take like 6 of them, and then I pick the best one. But it's more so the captions. What do I say? What do I do?
What are people feeling?
Yeah. Or what am I feeling? Do I put out there what I'm really feeling? All those things. Do I just say good morning and put a sunshine? Yeah. Emoji.
Because that's me. Because that's what I end up doing. It's an emoji and something basic. Hey.
Yeah. And I think
looking basic.
The reality of it is that if we were truly comfortable with ourselves, would we have to portray somebody different? And I
can't snap with my left finger, but that's a haiku for that.
Oh,
that's deep.
Like if we were truly comfortable with who we were or who we are, then why do we have to be someone different? And I think that goes across the board. And I think we've been programmed to not be comfortable with who we are authentically.
But where do you think that comes from? Do you think that it's just like the basic race and family thing, or do you think that breaks down from every entity of our lives?
Every entity of your life from the day you're born.
Something being wrong with eating too much, you sleep too much, you do this
absolutely.
too much. The baby
we
too
start
thick. The baby got a pacifier too long. The baby, yeah.
Oh,
I'm just saying, people got problems.
did you have a pacifier?
No, I'm just saying, like, just hearing what people say from like a child, like, you know, kids being scared to suck their thumb because they suck their thumb, but they know everybody got a problem with them sucking their thumb. Or, you know, certain things, like just little things. I don't know.
I just had a haiku moment. It literally is that. It's from the day you're born, you're told, don't say this, don't do that, be this, be that. Oh, you should go and do this. Oh, you should do that. Oh, don't this, don't do that. Instead of us as parents or as individuals nurturing the person that you actually are. And so you have all these people around you pretending because they feel that that's what society will accept. So the perception thing is perception is not really on society, it's really on yourself.
Yeah, you only project out what you perceive.
Actually, you only project out what you think you're going to perceive because
I mean, that too, but I'll say what you perceive, like how people fake it until they make it. Mm-hmm. You perceive this level of whatever to be this, for me to be able to fake it at this level until I make it to this level. You know what I'm saying? So my perception is success is at this level. I'm going to fake it until I get to this point. You know what I'm saying?
But that's all based on what you feel that success is.
True.
That's all it is.
That's true.
So basically, perception is all in what you perceive. It's all in what you think that the world is thinking that you should be.
That you should. That is true.
And it's based on what you see other people accept.
That is true, because it goes back to the idea, no idea is new. You're not thinking any new thoughts. Nobody's coming up with new ideas.
Ever.
Nobody's, like literally somebody has thought the way you've thought, like you're thinking. Like you're not a new person, but that's a conversation for another day. Y'all some monkeys.
Why are you calling us monkeys on every episode?
I'm just playing.
2342, she calls us monkeys. I'm calling Peter.
They don't.
Nope, they care about monkeys.
I was like, you know what?
They care about monkeys. I didn't say, I'm not calling them on you. I'm calling on you comparing us to the monkeys. That is. But yeah, dang, I want to clink.
Can somebody make us a clink? Clink. This isn't clinkish enough for me. Yeah.
I want it sharp.
Yeah, like a real glass.
Yeah.
Like.
Is this fake glass?
A little thick.
You bougie. You got thick
a
glass.
Little thick. But no,
That's what she said.
Hey, cause she thick. That song is so exciting.
Hold on.
That song is so exciting. Cause she thick. Thick. For real.
Have you done the dance?
I've tried, and my neck doesn't do it.
Cause she
I want to see her.
No. Just shout out to Jade and Naja, because we had a girls' night last night, and we were listening to that song, and they were doing the dance, and Naja does it on point. Okay, like
she practiced.
I think she just naturally. Jay's like, okay, I gotta tuck, pull.
I can imagine.
The both of us looking like fucking rabbits. And Naja going to the side, to the front, to the back. Like, she got it on point.
I can imagine Jaden too. That is funny.
Oh my gosh, hilarious. But yeah, that song is on point.
Right.
But yeah.
Shout out to y'all.
Shut up.
Right. But no, the identity thing, I think is something that we will all have to tune into at one point in our lives. Because if you want your life to elevate, move, motivate, shake and bake, you're going to have to channel different people.
And sitting and doing this episode, though, I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, literally in this moment, I realized that we are perfect. Literally, the two of us, V and AD, who we are personality-wise, is literally perfect.
Let me ask you this. Think about all the things you have to do throughout the day. How many people do you have to be from the certain times from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep?
2%.
Good morning.
Oh, no.
You really have to channel that, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really have to think, and you really have to consider that. We all have to channel different people. They may be within us. They may already reside in us. You know, even the episode I did with my mom, like, I feel like, oh, did they know that was my mom?
Yes.
I don't know. But, like, even the one when we spoke with my mom, I feel like, I told you, I felt like she was speaking directly at me. Like, trust yourself a little more to, you know, do what you got to do in this life.
Yeah.
You know, like, trust yourself a little bit more than what you do.
And I think that was her saying, like, yo, just be yourself. Be who you are.
I think that was her telling me to have kids, but we perceived it differently. Because I've expressed to her that, because that was under the conversation that it was about.
Yeah.
About children. And she was like, I feel like people are so scared to have kids because they don't know, you know, and that was her pretty much directing herself at me, like, don't be scared. You're already a nurturer. You ain't got to do too much. You're there already. You just need the thing to nurture.
Let me tell you, anytime I'm comfortable with leaving my kids with someone and going out of town, then yeah, you already got it.
But that wasn't me.
Who was it?
Lizzie.
No.
Shout out to her.
No. I left Thomas and Cooper with you.
I have never been left with. Oh, I have with Jaden.
Wow.
And Jaden made me breakfast.
No. Never being left alone with the kids again, because obviously.
I was like, wait, she left the kids with me?
Was she not there?
But that was actually a fun weekend because Jaden made me, y'all, cinnamon bun,
waffles,
ice cream,
waffles,
and syrup.
Mm-hmm.
Are you kidding me?
So,
like, I've never been a fat bitch snacks, and I feel like a fat bitch, and I wanted more. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I've never been a sweets. Like, I like food. Like, you got some food, I'm eating. You know what I'm saying? I like food, but sweets, not all the time. That shit was amazing.
We for her birthday one year, she didn't ask for it, but I was like, yo, I think like the cinnamon buns in a waffle maker and then put ice cream on top of it would be dope. And then you could top it with whatever you want to. And ever since then,
them things are jumping, y'all. Okay? Those are the bomb. You can
crumble ice cream cone and put it on top of it. Or like
the waffle cone. Those got the not seasoning, but the flavor.
Yep. Or some cinnamon toast crunch and throw it on top of it, or whatever.
That sounds really good.
Really, whatever you want, and put it on top of it as your topping. And then, if you want something sweeter, put like syrup on it or whatever. I don't eat syrup on mine.
I need to try that, but that was bomb.
But it's really good.
she put syrup on it that time, but it was vanilla bean, I think, or like vanilla
butter pecan.
Yeah, ice cream and the cinnamon. I was like, oh, I'm going to sleep. Jane raised the kids.
Oh.
But no, to that, your kids like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they like me, and I always said that I like kids who like me. Like, I can have
kids not like you.
I've had difficult kids. Like, when people used to ask me to not raise their kids. Like, hell no. But like, hey, can you watch my kids? I'll babysit. Like, that's how I've always known. Like, this isn't I can't reason with everybody. Like, I know that.
Your kids are not for me and I'm not for them.
Like,
Okay?
yeah. Like, you got to find the nanny, super nanny. I used to watch that show and I couldn't grasp it. The nanny? What's that? Super nanny?
Yeah.
The British lady?
Yeah.
But your kids like me, so that's not a hard task. They're just boys and really hyper, and it makes my chest beat like 50 times faster. Because it's like, yes, I think that's what it is more so than anything. Like, two little boys that close together give me anxiety because it's like, I have to let you be free, but at the same time, does your fun have to be like twirling triple times off the couch? Like, does it have to be that?
Yeah.
Like, why can't it be coloring? Like,
what do you mean?
Like, what does it have to be that? And you landing on your neck and laughing, like, I don't know when to call your mom. Like, I don't that's too much pressure.
When they start crying or the bone is sticking out,
That's what people say. Like, when the bone is sticking out, call. Like, no. I'm gonna call mid-air. Like,
hey, he's about to land. Like, I don't know how this going to end.
Get your cheering. Okay. I'll watch the dog though.
Yeah, I honestly. So in my notes, y'all, this is a serious conversation.
Find your identity.
Because we ain't found out yet. No, but
y'all helping us though.
Yeah, I think in this conversation, I realized that we just have to be more.
I think we have to put this to the world because we're so comfortable with this in ourselves that when it's like outside,
and I think we're comfortable with this on the Instagram page. Like the podcast page.
That's because I don't watch it back, though.
I know.
But that's a bit because it's the self-criticism thing. I can't watch myself and look back and just... Because I'm going to look back like, I'm never looking like that again. I'm never... Like, and I don't have time for that shit, okay? I ain't got the money right now to be buying a whole bunch of clothes every time I don't want... I'm just saying.
What? I'm saying, like... So you leave me to look back and be like, ugh.
No. You don't have to. I mean, hey, you are ahead of me in life right now. I'm saying it's time for you to woman up and get over certain things. I'm not there yet.
Cheers, y'all.
It's time for you to take accountability for your actions. I'm not there yet. I haven't matured to that aspect yet. I'm too self-critical right now. I can't do it. If I was left to fend for myself right now, I wouldn't swim. Sinking submarine.
Wow, you sound just like your cousin.
I'm just saying,
he gives
sinking
He gives up
submarine.
On every shark show. Like, what are you doing? I give up. But what about your family? I'm convincing them to give up too. Everybody give up. We're not making it.
Like, I'm saying in a sense of like, come on, like, I know myself right now.
But, okay. Oh, great.
Wow, my phone's dead.
She knows herself right now. And I think for all of us, on a serious note, is that you have to be kind to yourself and allow yourself room to grow. Because that is exactly what happens. It's like, okay, you find this identity or who you think you're supposed to be or who you think you're supposed to be for society. And then it's like, boom.
I feel like I'm working past the society thing right now. Like, I'm literally on like the break, like the first year out of realizing what people expect of me or realizing what I'm not willing to do. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, I think that's where I am right now. Like, I literally cannot be this person. I've tried it. I've tried to fake the funk. I've tried it. And at this age where I am right now, I just feel like I'm not willing to compromise on certain things that I know about myself.
That's good. That's really good. Especially, you know.
Is this where the hell I'm supposed to be? Because I'm confused.
Being 32, like, that's really good.
Who's 32? Because I'm not there yet.
Oh. So for me being 32,
Well.
Oh. It's great to know that. Yeah, I think a lot of people realize that well into their 30s. Like,
Yeah.
the reality is I'll be 38 on the 26th of
Look at
November.
God.
Or whenever you're
Blessing
listening.
the outside.
Hey.
Hey.
Or when you listen to this, I'm already 38.
Hey.
Depending on when this comes out. But yeah, I've changed so much. I would say in the last 20 years.
I feel like as you should, though.
Yeah, you should. Obviously, you should grow. Like, being from 18 to 38, like, you grow, you change, but these, like, milestones, I don't even know how to explain it. I really don't. Because it's not that I feel like I'm a different person. I feel like I have... I don't know. I feel it's not that I'm a different person, but I've been able to tap into different aspects of me that I didn't even know were there.
And the only thing that I feel like can help you discover those, are positive milestones. Like, I go through this with people, like...
Only positive, though? I think...
No, not only positive, but...
Milestones...
When I think of milestones... Hey, this might be a little fact.
Okay, 3720.
What's a milestone? What does a milestone mean? Because when I think milestone, I think of something that you accomplished. Something that you purposely put out to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Like, a milestone.
I was going to say, not when you said positive milestones, and I was like, only positive, and I was like, no, it's not milestone, it's situations.
Life.
What life actually puts you through. And that's what makes you, milestones.
Because milestones, when I think of milestones, it's like, oh, I hit this milestone. It's like overcoming something that you put out to achieve, like with the hurdle or hump in the road, and it's like overcame
adversities. It's like you're overcoming these things.
Like, people don't have milestones because they don't set out to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean,
facts.
They don't really reach anything because at 20 they've decided, I'm just going to work. Mm-hmm. Milestone will be having a decent retirement fund.
Or setting up your 401k.
Who is that? And what is you know what? You know what?
And why am I getting taxed on my 401k when y'all already done taxed me?
Y'all can keep it. I'll get my own. Period. Because I'm through.
And thank you for listening to us.
No, seriously though.
But the milestone thing, I think it's milestones. It's like goals that you set for yourself, and you're overcoming these like hurdles. You know what I mean? And you're reaching that goal. Yeah. Right? And we speak about goals all the time, whether or not we feel like you can obtain all your goals, or you can, or, it's like the settling point. I think we talked about that in one of our episodes. Yeah. Like, everybody has a settling point, but I think it's you create the person that you are, or your personality, or whatever it is, your identity, based on life situations.
Yes and no.
Ooh, speak to me.
Because I feel like who you are is already there. You know what I'm saying? The person that you are gets nurtured, and it gets the person. Okay. The person that you are gets nurtured, and things like that. Like, you have a personality. You have a person who you are. You're just trying to navigate. You have a way that you feel. And I think people they negate, like they neglect how they feel when they're going through certain things. Like how you feel can change as well. Not necessarily how you view, I mean, guessing how you view a situation is how you feel about it, but like you can change how you feel and that can evolve you as well. Like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to feel like how I told you, my New Year's resolution was I want to do things that I want to do. I don't want to feel forced to do anything.
Right.
I want to feel good doing stuff for people.
Yeah.
I don't want to feel like let me go do this. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I want to feel. So what was I saying? Like,
but what you said was like, it's something. What you said was like, was that me?
That was me.
Oh, I was like,
are
wait,
you kidding me, buddy?
I didn't feel that way.
I don't know myself like that. I didn't know I was gonna do that.
So is somebody inside of her?
Somebody inside of me, I have to get out. No, seriously though, like, don't negate the way you feel. I'm saying that in the sense of like personality wise, like it's a part of you. You know, like I can't even think back to what we were just talking about and it's like where this came from. But I know that your feelings are a part of who you are. Your situations are not just basically who you are. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, I said your personality is based on, I guess, where you come from.
Where you come from in certain situations. That's why I said, like, I feel like it can be based off of how you feel about things.
But even those feelings, even when you have those feelings, it still is based off of who you are, how you were brought up, all those things. Even if you're trying to divert from those feelings, like the past.
So you don't feel like you can feel any new feelings then?
It's not that you can't feel any new feelings, but the new feelings are coming from, I don't want to feel the way I felt before. It's all linked together. I want to feel something new. Right?
Yeah.
I want to feel something new.
I see what you're saying.
And it's based off of what I felt in the past. It's still all linked together. Me changing who I want to be is based off who I was before.
And see, I don't think for me it's a change of a whole aspect of me or creating a new identity or...
No, I don't think it is that for anyone though. You can't.
So you only consider it a small piece of you?
What, the creating someone new?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a small piece because like you said in the beginning, it's always been there. You're just deciding to bring it out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think there's anything that can be created that's new inside somebody. Mm-mm. You know what I'm saying? I all think it's something there that somebody, some situation, something has to pull out of you.
And even when you're trying to create that new person, it's based off of you not liking the old person. So it's still linked.
But that's what I'm saying. Like right now, it's not necessarily that I don't like who I am. I just recognize that promoting a podcast about nothing on everything, you feel me? Like you know, like creating this persona and putting this out there, I have to bring something else.
Why?
Because what I've been giving hasn't been working.
But you ain't give shit. If we talk about social media, you ain't give shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Something has to be a part of me. So I don't think it has to negate what I'm not doing. It's just something that I haven't paid attention to.
So you're saying like the fact
it doesn't have to be a new piece.
It's just you doing social media.
And
that's
what my struggle is.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying? That's what my struggle is. It's not like we're saying it's not a new piece of me. It's just something that has to be pulled out. Mm-hmm. I don't know what needs to be pulled out of me for me to be boom, boom. You feel me? I'm in the camera. I'm ready. You know, I don't know. I'm here. I'm ready to talk shit and talk about what I feel, but I'll be ready to go after I'm done. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it has to be anybody new. It just has to be something, someone, maybe a situation, like you said, to pull it out of you. But I don't think it has to be a new entity of yourself for things to work. Because honestly, if you think about it, new business ventures for people who know nothing, involve themselves nothing in the industry that they go into. And I feel like this is the perfect example for me. Hair industry. Mm-hmm. I know so many, I don't know personally, but I've heard so many stories about people investing in barbershops and hair salons who know nothing about hair. But they always partner with a master stylist.
Like Young Jock.
They partner with a master stylist, expecting them to understand everything about running the business while I've invested my money, or I know how I want this place to look and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I think they both bring something to the table, though. And on a side note, if this ever gets to Young Jock, I would love to interview you. Not even interview. I would love to have a conversation with you because you are one of my favorite people. On the real. With your perm hair and all.
You and Scrappy.
Let me tell you. Okay, side note. Okay. You know this story?
No, I just know you love it too.
I saw Scrappy down at South by Southwest. And we were backstage at like an Apple whatever with Manny. Hey, Manny. I'm tired of shouting you out.
Hey, Manny.
He was standing on the step, and I was standing like, we literally was probably like this far away from each other.
Are you about to cry?
And Yudu was like, V, Scrappy's up there. Go talk to him, because he knows I love Scrappy. Scrappy. Hello, Scrappy.
Without you making big lips.
His mouth go up like this. And I literally like walked up and then I walked away. I get really starstruck.
Wow.
Only with people that I really, really like. And it's Scrappy, Erykah Badu, Jock. I feel like I'll be that way with like, I don't even know.
I would hope that Erykah Badu spoke to me first.
I'm not going to tell y'all my story about Erykah.
What you do?
I ain't do nothing. But okay, so, I mean, I ain't really do nothing. But, again, same situation, South by Southwest, that same year. And
she lives out there, too, I think, in Texas.
Does she? We had a stage for DC, and Boom Scat, shout out Boom Scat, they were performing on the stage, the same stage that Erykah Badu, so I was backstage, and she was sitting over in the corner. And I turned, and she was just staring at me, and I was like,
And what you do? What you run? You look like you ran too.
Yo, she literally just locked eyes with me, and it was like, I don't know what to do. And there was so many people, but you know how in the movies it's like all these people running around, it's like a beam of light. That's how I felt. All I could see was her prayer mantis eyes just looking at me like this. And
sharp like that too.
Yeah. And Yudu was like, did you say something to her? I was like, no. He was like, why was she staring at you like that? I was like, maybe she felt my love for her.
And you ain't say nothing.
Nothing but, so when we were backstage and she was in her room and the guy was like, Lindsay. And I was like, right here. And he was like, really? And I was like, if I'm not, what will happen? Because I said right here, and I was walking into the room, and he was like, Lindsay? And I was like, if I'm not, then what will happen? He was like, ma'am. So I didn't know what to do, but I probably should have just said I was Lindsay to go in there and say, hey, I'm V. Nice to meet you. We were staring at each other. You're my godmother. You don't know it.
My mom meant to call you.
Oh, yeah, we're friends.
That's
I love
funny.
you.
Stop being scary.
I am. I'm very scary. When it comes to certain things, it's the whole identity thing.
But it's like, what makes you nervous in those moments? Is it you? Is it the person? Is it like You don't look at them as humans. You don't see them as regular people.
I think it's more so I don't want to be disappointed.
That's how I feel.
I don't want to be disappointed by the people that I look up to, because when we had House, it was like so many celebrities came through, and believe me, I would make sure I was gone before the celebrities got there, especially if it was ones that I liked.
Yeah.
I would always go. Either I was upstairs and I would sleep, or I would go home, because I never wanted to be disappointed in who they were. And even when the engineers would tell stories about the artists, I would leave the room because I want to enjoy your music.
Yeah.
I've been around.
That's how I wouldn't say they ruined celebrities, but social media is not for every celebrity. Mm-mm. And I think certain ones need to reevaluate who they are as people and let certain people let people just enjoy your music. Like, you don't have to do this if you don't want to.
Make Another Band? Diddy?
Oh, yeah.
In Day 26, it was the first time I realized that, this reality TV thing ain't for everybody.
Yeah.
Because Day 26, when I say every single one of them were so talented, and I was so invested just in their musical careers. That show, I think, ruined who they were as artists.
For you, because you saw too much of who they were in the show and
exactly.
how they acted. Yeah.
And I think that happens for a lot of people. It goes back to the whole identity thing. It's like,
that is true. Artists, a lot of the people that I liked, or I can really say I was like really into, social media made me stop listening to them, because I think about how they sound when they're speaking, or the tone that they have, or what they stand for when they are talking. It's like, ew, you're
think
an
about
ass.
it. What we talked about, the whole B. Simone thing.
Yeah.
When B. Simone came out with that book, and it came out that she didn't necessarily plagiarize, but
yeah,
the publishers basically did the whole thing for her. I think that it didn't necessarily ruin her, but you definitely saw a shift.
It humbled her.
And we're back.
Sorry,
you.
text.
So,
okay, yeah.
We're talking about stuff.
We talking about stuff. Identity. That should have been in conjunction, junction. What's your function?
What would it have been?
Identity.
What's your identity?
Yeah, something.
So we're talking about identity crisis and who we are portraying, who we need to portray.
Who do you feel like we need to portray? It's like I'm just playing. I will say, though, being that I'm a reality TV star now, I'm recognizing
Facts.
The highlights in the reels make me seem like I am so outlandish and goofy. Not outlandish. That, like, anything crazy sounds crazy. But, like, I'm much more dramatic than what I am. Editing is amazing.
Oh, so people, okay. So it's the editing, though.
It's the editing. I'm normal. I promise. You don't think so? I think I'm normal. Take normal size showers in the morning.
I think normal is in the beehive.
Me too.
I
think it's in the Ivy Park beehive.
And in the eye of the beholder.
So what if you ain't got no eyes? Or you blind?
You still got eyes.
What if you blind?
You got eyes. So it's in your eyes.
So if you can't see it, it's just non-existent.
No, it's just what you think it is. It's what you perceive it to be.
Hey now. But no, seriously, editing is one hell of a beast. And I'm not saying that, of course, I'm a firm believer that, like, the reality stars who are like, oh no, that's not how I really am, it's all editing. Like, there's only so much editing that can go on. People can't edit what's not there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't edit what's not there. It's there. They have it to work with. It may sound bad, look bad, but you made it that way.
So do you think editing makes you look bad?
I don't think it makes me look bad. I think it makes me come off more dramatic than what I perceive myself to be.
How?
Not dramatic, but like more charismatic. That's the word.
But you are.
I think I'm very not monochromatic. What's the word?
Monotone?
Yeah. Melancholy.
Where did you get that from?
That's a word.
No, I'm saying
Webster knows what I'm talking about. No, I think I'm very like melancholy. I can be turned up 9 times out of 10. The rah-rah in me comes from libations and relations.
Or was it always there and it's just
It might be suppressed because I don't have the alcoholic beverages on my system.
What do they say? A drunk tongue tells the truth?
A sober heart, yeah. It's like a drunk tongue speaks a sober heart.
Mm-hmm.
That might be it, too. I might be more social when I'm intoxicated because I'm naturally a social person. I get nervous.
Ooh, so you think that the editing makes you seem more social than what you are?
Most definitely.
So when you say dramatic, you mean social?
Yes.
When you say dramatic,
no. I'm just saying, like, if you first meet me, you're not probably going to see what you see in editing.
True.
When you first meet me.
Yeah.
I have to warm up to you to be like this. And we're only warm because it's a camera and one person.
You over there.
It's not even, yeah, like, y'all at home. All you can do is thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe. That's all y'all can do.
But you're like this with our guests that we have conversations with.
But I'm not saying I have to be, but I recognize if I don't make them comfortable, we're not going to get what we need out of the conversation. That's
True.
something that I know.
Mm-hmm.
I can't be how I think I am in real life. Almost. I feel like I turn something on when these
lights come in action.
Lights.
I'm sorry, I missed you.
Yeah, when these lights get turned on, I feel like I channel somebody else, but I also feel very comfortable with the person that I portray at the time. You get what I'm saying? But like when we have guests, I feel like I can't be who I am to myself. If that makes sense.
Who do you think you are to yourself?
Very quiet to myself, and I don't want to be around people. On an everyday basis. Like, if I were to choose what I did on an everyday basis, I would be by myself 9 times out of 10. I will be doing what I want to do.
Sorry.
And it's not even a non-social thing. It's like, I become very content in my little bubble.
Mm-hmm.
So
until you get here.
Yeah, it's not that I'm uncomfortable here. It's just like, I guess this is a different entity of me. I can be social, but I'm comfortable around you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, if I wasn't comfortable around somebody I did the show with, don't flatter yourself. If I wasn't comfortable with somebody I did the show with, they wouldn't get this side of me. We'll just be having conversations, and I'll be like, you'll see me looking at my phone. Like, I let my phone die here. That doesn't happen.
Oh, okay.
You should feel flattered. Thanks. Oh my God, I'm having such a great time. No, seriously though. But that's like, I don't feel like, that's a cheers. Cheers to the thing. I feel like I'm not, Will does a great job. Our team is amazing.
Yeah, shout out to the team.
Yeah, the team is amazing, but I personally feel like I'm not a camera personality. I'm not.
You take the best pictures I've ever seen in my life.
But when I don't feel like taking pictures, they ain't going down.
Oh, true.
Dude, we can track back to 1991. We can track back.
On the other hand, I'm over here like, what do I do with my hands?
But I'm just saying, from camera and video, I don't feel like I'm a video person. This doesn't feel like video. Like, I know I have to interact with the crowd. The interaction.
Y'all are our guests.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand there's people in our audience.
Hey, y'all.
oh my God.
That wasn't the right. Hold on.
Oh, what's up, y'all? Oh my God. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know the people are watching.
So yellow is crowd.
Yellow is for the crowd. I'm glad. We got a button. We know. You did it. You did that.
I did it.
No, seriously though, I don't feel like I have the on camera like turn on at any moment. Yeah, at personality. And I feel like it's the same for you, because I consider you to be so charismatic, but when you get in front of the camera, you almost shy up. You know what I'm saying? It's a weird thing, because you have so much personality with everything off. And for me, it's like I'm turning on and people are so shocked by what I have to say and how I am. And it's like, okay. But for you, it's like, oh my God, you crab up sometimes.
I do.
You know?
Literally, I look like a crab.
So
like
I feel like that pulls out the perception, because in my everyday life, I'm not scared to say what I have to say. I just don't get asked the questions.
She says this all the time.
It's the truth, though. Like,
ask me the right question,
and you're going to get the answers you want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
Period, point blank. I'm not going to ask any more. I'm not going to incriminate anybody else. I ain't going to say nothing more, nothing less. Ask me the question you want to receive, and I'm going to give you the answer.
We've had this conversation so many times. Why don't you just tell them? They got to ask me the right question.
Yeah, just ask me the question you want to hear, because giving out too much information, you might not be sharing what people want to hear from you. That's the truth.
That's real.
People gonna ask what they want to know.
Yeah. I think the whole identity thing goes back to, us trying to figure out like who do we want people to see us as in this whole like social media, reality TV. This,
I feel like that's the biggest question.
Whatever it is, like, how do we want to portray ourselves, and how do people want to see us? You know,
that is true, because how you see us and how you want to see us are two different things, in my opinion, as well.
Yeah, and how we want you to see us.
Yeah,
that's a big one.
What do you think is the most important out of the three things that you just said? How people choose to, how they want to, or how you put out there for people to see?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a great question.
How people choose, how people want
to see,
and how you want.
Because, like, you have certain celebrities who I feel like people don't see any negative in. They're riding with them. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, but like,
I can think of one.
Who?
Beyonce.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, Beyonce. For an example, like, she can do no wrong.
To the Beehive.
To the Beehive. But even the people who don't necessarily care for, or whatever they may feel about Beyonce, they always have a but. There is something, but it's because, you know what I'm saying? It's not necessarily like so that's how people see you and how people want to see you. How people want to see you is like, they want to see you as a perfect person. But when people come to reality, as far as Beyonce goes, I'm speaking, how they actually see certain things are what differentiates the people from the Beehive, from the people who, I'm a fan, but I don't feel like the Beehive, you know? Like...
Yeah, I think for a person like Beyonce, it's like she has mastered that. How she wants people to see her, how people actually see her, and how people want to see her. Or even people...
I think she's understood over the years what people want to see from her. Yeah. Because you're the one who brought it to my attention that Beyonce has mastered showing people her growth and people growing with her, going through everything she's pretty much gone through in life and being able to put it into a song storybook. You know what I'm saying? Like putting into a musical storybook and being able to put it back out there.
Like, think about it. After Sasha Sasha Fierce was her alter ego, right? She brought out that person. And right after Sasha Fierce came 4, right? And with 4, you said, like, she's pregnant.
Yeah.
You know, she's this person that, you know, and I didn't listen to Sasha Fierce at all, but I'm sure I know a song from there. But 4 is when I really started to take to Beyonce.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of Destiny's Child or Beyonce up until 4. And when she did 4, I was like, okay, I can rock with this. And then she came out with Beyonce, the black pink thing. And in that album,
I remember 2013.
And in that album, she dropped it off the whim, and it was not just audio, but it was visual. And she showed people that she was actually human.
I was about to say, yeah.
And people didn't, I don't think even...
She showed people she was human. In Lemonade, she showed people she had emotions.
Yes. And that's what it was. And that's when she started to, not just she allowed the audience to grow with her, she grew with her audience. And I think that's a very important part for artists, influencers, reality TV stars.
Anybody.
You
really.
have to grow with your audience. You have to know where your audience started and where they are at the point that you're putting out your artistry. Right?
So where y'all at? Catch up. Like, look at seriously.
Where y'all at? Catch up. You know, and she realized that. And she realized that most of her fans were in relationships. They were pregnant. They were married. They were either being cheated on.
Problems.
She was, she understood that they had to. At this point, they were becoming women, and the whole identity crisis.
Because I was drunk in love, right?
What?
Maybe all night. Yeah.
Yes. And at the beginning of that, I don't know if it was that one or Lemonade. At the beginning of that, it was the whole women. Why do we have to be pretty? Why do we have to do this? It was, she was taking off the wax thing. It was like, I have to be everything you want me to be for you to accept who I am. I can't just be me. And I don't think people understand how powerful that was for artists of her standard.
Yeah, like she still feels.
She still feels, and that's so real. It's like, I work so hard to be Beyonce, but who is actually Beyonce? Beyonce is who you want to see, who you perceive me to be.
It's almost like the alter ego wasn't enough.
It wasn't enough.
You need all of me to be what you need me to be.
So in the beginning, and it was that identity.
Damn, I ain't never think about it.
It was
like
that identity crisis thing. It was like, okay, I think you guys want to see Sasha Fierce, and then, bam, no, you don't want to see who I think you want to see. You want to see the real me. And I think that's what people in general suffer with.
I think all artists have to go through that point, and that's the difference between people knowing you and you being successful. When people don't, if your fan base can't grow, if your fan base doesn't know you, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't have that breakthrough moment, I feel like that's the difference. And it doesn't necessarily have to be you pouring your heart out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I truly believe you can channel any feeling through something that you do. It doesn't necessarily have to be me saying this, like, specifically. Like,
me telling you exactly what
like,
it is.
oh my God, I'm so hurt. Like, you can make a banging ass song. You know what I'm saying? They can make a banging ass song that every time I hear, like, I give it to producers. When I hear certain sounds, I'm like, that's this producer. Like, they're making more of an identity than these artists these days. You know what I'm saying? From these tags.
Or this writer. I know it's this writer.
Exactly.
I know it's this. Yeah.
But honestly, I don't know about too many writers, but The Dream is the only one I can pretty much identify. Like,
really?
Off rip. Just because of the way his repetition, the way he sang, from that little era of songs that he did, that was the one. Neo was the first person to make me realize that people were writing people's songs. Like, he was so pressed to say he wrote Beyonce, so I'm not saying he was pressed.
To the left.
Yeah, but he was the first person to really vocalize, like, I wrote that song. Don't let this hoe fool you. Like, I did that shit. You know what I'm saying? So he's the one who made me pay attention to credits and read the album books and stuff like that. But not too many people can.
I think, yes, The Dream, Neo, they're the ones who started me to pay attention. But you can always tell a Babyface song.
I can see how you would say that, because when I put two and two together, it makes sense, but just off hearing it, like literally hearing the song without hearing the producer or the writer, exactly. Without hearing them, I can tell. A Timbaland beat, I can always tell when it comes on. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
Timbaland for I can hear it.
Yeah.
Swiss beats, I can hear the beat when it comes on.
Even in soundtracks and movies, you can always tell when it is a Pharrell influence. You can tell when it's a Hamilton type influence.
Spike Lee films, you can always tell when it's a Spike Lee film.
Because of how he does the cameras and stuff like
it's
that.
It's certain things that you can point out about certain people that you can tell, and I appreciate that.
This is a conversation for another day, because we can really go deep into it about the culture and how we basically stamp certain things and how you can basically tell who has an influence, regardless black, white, whoever. But the black culture definitely puts its stamp on everything, and we make shit like that Spike Lee shit.
Y'all still sleep?
That's something different.
Not.
That
I hope
running
not.
with the camera in front of you like this, and it's right up on you, Crooklyn.
Zoom what?
Okay.
GoPro who? What?
Spike Lee all day. Okay.
Right.
Yeah,
Seriously, though.
but Beyonce
Identity.
Beyonce was definitely one that I looked at when she came out with the Beyonce, the black and pink cover. I was like, oh, she's trying to tell us something. Then she came out with Lemonade.
Yeah.
And people didn't realize that in Beyonce, she was telling us that this nigga was cheating. You know what I mean? She related to her fan base. Like, we're in this space to where y'all in these relationships, and she made you feel good. She made you feel comfortable with the identity that either she was trying to portray or what was actually happening. And I don't know which one it is. You know what I mean? Like, but with...
Because I will say,
it's calculated.
Lemonade definitely feels like it was dropped right after it happened.
And
it almost seemed like they were going through it as she was recording it, forgiving him in the process of it. And this was her escape. And he's like, by the time they recorded that album,
The Carters,
they were speaking about it. He was like, you know, when she was like, had to fuck around and get remarried. Yep. He was like, all right, keeping it real with the people, right? Like, chill out.
Because you got to think, she did Drunken Love at the same time as... Like, you trying to get to where you trying to get to where I am. Don't forget that I'm not bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She told us in Beyonce what was happening, and she made it so subtle. And then in Lemonade, it was like blatant. Yeah. It was blatant that this is what was going on. But think about her audience. Think about...
That's true, because you do have to give people time in between to process. But she was probably ready to record Lemonade right after that shit came out.
Exactly.
Okay. Because they were good. Everybody thought they were all messed up in the head when she did come out with Lemonade. I do remember that, because people were like, y'all are together walking down the aisle or renewing vows and kissing each other in the mouth, and when you talking about him cheating on you, like... Jay-Z, you're canceled until this album completes.
Yep. And that's exactly what it was. She allowed her artists or her fan base to feel normal. And she has done it better than anybody I've ever known with her fans growing with her.
I think what Beyonce does a really good job at too is letting her work live. Like, we're stuck in a time zone, in a time where you have to put out so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally have to keep producing nonstop. For people to even
nonstop.
Like, we have to. It was just before paying attention to word of mouth, in my opinion. Making sure somebody else told somebody else about what you had going on. Now it's algorithms and Uncle Sam's and all that. I don't know what we got to worry about in this world. Like, like everybody. It's too much, but I feel like Beyonce actually got a chance to let each song live. Like, I know more Beyonce songs than I think I know. Mm-hmm. And I'm not even a beehive person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've never gone so hard, but I can probably sing at least 3 songs the first album, I pretty much got to top to bottom. That one, yeah. But everything else, like, to really fall into the beehive, she's let the songs that she's put out live for a little bit.
Which artists don't do anymore.
They don't do, because everybody believes you have to be oversaturated with everything. They feel like, I feel like all the rappers did it. They oversaturated us with music to make sure they were still relevant. Lil Wayne was like the king of this. I don't know if he's the one who started this, but I couldn't turn off, talk to somebody, talk to an adult, a kid, anybody, and everybody knew.
Feature king. He featured with everybody.
Lil Wayne.
But it's what kept him relevant.
But the thing about it is, I guess people are gonna fall in line where they see fit, but it wasn't a process for everybody. I don't feel like it was necessary for everybody.
Not for everybody, but I think when he did it was necessary.
Of course.
Yeah.
He set the standard, in my opinion. He set the standard for it. He set the standard for, you can't mention a hot rap track without Wayne.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't mention rap without my name in it.
Yeah.
He's the only person that, from me, when I remember from being in school, from being in middle school, going up to high school, everything, mixtapes, albums, everything. You can't mention rap, hip hop, R&B without mentioning Lil Wayne. You can't do it.
Yeah.
That's what he did for me.
He was the king of that, of features. Yeah. And then right after him came 50.
I thought, but they came in 2 different lights, though.
They did, but I'm saying as far as like featuring with everybody.
Who 50 feature with?
Me.
Bye. See what I'm saying? How she always making up stuff?
Hey, 50.
I feel like 50 was a king at making his own lane. Like, Curtis. He had on these beaters close to the neck. Like,
I mean, why are you trying to play him?
I'm not playing him. I loved him. I can show you the pictures of 50 Cent posters on my wall. Don't play with me.
First of all,
she's trying to play with me. You have a husband.
Curtis, if you ever want to come here on the show, it's open for you, and we can talk about.
I want his girlfriend to come too. I like Cuban Link. Look, she's a hater.
I like her too.
Big Cube. I like her though.
Is she the one with pigeon?
No, he has the pigeon toe.
No, he doesn't.
He is pigeon toe. Don't let Curtis 50 Cent Jackson Boo Boo fool you. Okay.
First of all, nobody calls him Boo Boo but me.
His grandma. His grandma. Don't do her.
Boo.
Hey, Boo Boo Jackson. No, seriously though.
But do you think that so people getting lost in their identity, like this whole like thing that they, when it comes to like reality TV, social media, who they're putting out to the world.
Do I think what?
People like get lost in that.
Like not being able to differentiate the two? Of course. We live in Atlanta. I've been here for a long time. I see it every day. People moving from, cheers to that, people moving from different states, different cities, you know, and then I went to school down here. So I'm realizing that people are literally recreating themselves from somebody a couple of months ago that you were in high school to come into college.
You didn't graduate from high school a couple of months ago. It's been almost 20 years since you graduated.
Who? Ask her who. I'm just saying. Is it the 20th anniversary? Did you go? Oh, y'all high risk.
Not y'all high risk.
I'm just saying y'all look older.
Oh, you saying we got underlined? See,
I'm just playing.
thank you for listening.
Nope.
To our podcast.
Coronavirus. No reunions. No homecomings. No
hell
nothing.
no. Yeah.
She's like, I don't even give a
I can't
damn.
even lie. Our 20th anniversary was this year. We graduated 2000.
I tell you, keep drinking your milk and your Wheaties. You doing good. You don't look like you 20 years out. You don't look like it. You doing a good job, sis. No, seriously though. People always get lost in it though. If you really think about it, we live in Atlanta. People are recreating themselves every day. I will never forget what my friend told me. He's a videographer in the city. He was at a brunch and he was like just, recapping what we hear from other creatives. And he was saying how he remembers this girl saying like, there are literally new people popping up every single day doing exactly what you want to do. Every day. Mm-hmm. And in the city of Atlanta, it's magnified because it's almost like there's a blueprint and people know what they need to do to be able to be noticed. And you want to hold on to what you feel like is your dignity and your your sense of self, and you know what I'm saying, your own personal identity. But it almost seems like there's a blueprint to get lost into what you feel like your identity is. It happened. Dancers. What do you think the mindset of a dancer comes to, an exotic dancer, a stripper comes to?
So when I was a stripper in my past life, I
cheers to that. I'm just saying. But a sense of like lost identity. They have to put on another person, another face. And I feel like going to the small schools that I did go to, I saw it on a small scale, but the scale that I saw it on was so overwhelming to me. I can only imagine what people of other aspects of life have to deal with. Like, yeah. I couldn't believe the shit. Like, a complete, like, I don't act like this. I'm a different person. What? I'm not from there.
Do you believe that they can be... Oh, I'm not from there. Do you believe you could be a different person and still hold on to who you actually are?
No.
Oh. I'm a different person.
I feel like you can come into yourself and be completely comfortable with yourself.
And that means, like, being okay with talking about who you were...
I feel like, to me, it means completely being alone and building up what you want yourself to be. And what feels comfortable to you to align yourself with.
Is it just me, or does the light keep going off and on?
That one back there, a little
is it this
extraterrestrial activity. We don't know. Ghost, wherever you are, please remove yourself from our session. We have things to do. Thanks. I'm just saying. But it's been flickering since we got here.
Okay.
But I
sorry if I have boogers.
I do feel like you can't be two people.
I agree.
You can't be two people. You can grow.
You just have to amplify who you actually are. Or
either that, because you have to think, when people create a personality, it either becomes suppressed or it gets so pumped up. You know what I'm saying? To the point where it's just like they feel like they have to do extremes to be more. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So when people, it's like, can people truly ever be themselves? Yes, but you have to think about all the situations that us as humans go through in general to think about being truly ourselves. The people who feel like they're truly ourselves are the people out here living on their own, living by themselves, not being around people, not having to deal with shit from people.
Or just not caring.
Not caring about shit around them. I'm myself. They don't have too many people to answer to or to that question. Like, you have to really think about the people who you think are comfortable with themselves. They don't have shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a sense of boundary. They don't have a sense of somebody telling them, like looking at them crazy.
Do you
don't
think
have
that's
it.
dangerous?
Most definitely. A self-made up mind constantly over and over again. You can't think you're the best person in this fucking world to have the best ideas. You can't. That's the stupidest shit. If you only listen to yourself, you have a problem. Now, I can speak for a fact. Now, I think I'm smart and I know a couple of things. But if I only listen to myself and I didn't process myself, my own self, and make sure I didn't just listen to my thought process all day, I would be going crazy in this motherfucker. I'm sorry. But I would be a different person. I would think, if I allowed myself to think everything that I wanted to think, are you crazy? I wouldn't talk to none of these motherfucking people. I'm not just saying I will be skeptical of.
Are you talking about the crowd?
Thanks, not you guys, not you guys. Not you. I'm sorry, I see you, not you. Not you. I'm gonna see you.
It's no one there. It's
who ain't there? But I'm just, if you really think about it, if you had no sense of boundary to stop you from who you were, or if nobody saw any danger or any and like I said before, nobody has this life thing figured out, but everybody can sense something. Like, I want you to be in the best light. I don't necessarily want you talking like that. Like, it goes parents to students and kids, teachers to students, sibling to sibling, mother to sister to sister. Everybody has something they can criticize and tell somebody to improve on. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
true.
For real. But if it came to the aspect of somebody who is literally living out here alone with nobody to stop them, pause them, pull them back, do anything. Think about how those people live. Nobody. The people who have nobody be like, damn, you sure? Nobody to look at them side-eye crazy, like, nothing. Them people are fucking crazy. They're fucking crazy. And I don't know how to put it anywhere else. Bat shit. Bats out of hell.
You have somebody tell you something?
What you mean? I'm not crazy. No, I'm just saying, but I feel like that was me stopping myself a lot of time, though. From a personality that people, you tell me all the time, like, you are so charismatic. I feel like I was stopped by a lot of people on the outside of me being charismatic and feeling a certain way about
or
stuff.
just saying how you felt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was stopped from doing that. That's a part of what I consider my personality, and I recognize I've had to fight for what I'm comfortable with and knowing that is my truth. I've personally had to do that to understand, like, okay, no, you're not going to tell me how to feel in this situation. This is how I feel. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to, like, people are dangerous if they don't have any boundary. People are dangerous if they don't have anybody, anything, any force. You can be out here in the world, if you don't believe in anything.
Why was I just thinking that?
Too, and that's another thing too.
The believing. I knew this guy who was an atheist, and
you can be an atheist as long as you got friends.
I knew this guy who was an atheist, and he literally, like, he didn't have anyone to answer to.
And that's what it be. People who lose their parents early, that scares me, and I've seen that.
And it's like, even if you lose your parents early, it's like you still have someone or something that you answer to.
He ain't prayed to no trees or nothing.
He ain't prayed to nothing. Okay.
Grandmother Willow, none of them was available. I'm just saying, jeez. Nobody.
Have you ever heard the wolf cry to the blue corn moon?
Yo, sidebar.
What?
Do you know how many movies I've been watching about this John dude?
Who is
the John boy from Pocahontas? What's his name?
Dirty John? Oh no, that's a podcast I listen to.
John.
Oh, the one who went and got Pocahontas?
Yes. Mm-hmm. He's in all the slave movies.
He's a slave owner?
No, he's the one who wanted to free everybody.
What's his last name? Is it Thomas?
No, he's not your cousin. No, it wasn't John Paul, John Walker.
John Boy.
No. It was something, John Smith. John Smith.
How'd she know this?
Because Pocahontas was my movie.
John Smith.
John Smith.
John Smith Pocahontas.
Yes, he was the one who came down to the battle in Virginia and was saving everybody. And he's in all the movies on Instagram on Netflix and like Amazon that I've been watching in this whole quarantine session. You know why? But like I've been watching them, and he's literally like his character comes up in all these movies about the slaves and the abolitionists and stuff like that. Don't ask me titles. Don't ask me anything. It was just a correlation, and that made me remember.
According to the internet, little facts, all opinion.
He was real.
Pocahontas had a native husband and native children. Never married John Smith.
Yeah, we all know they just did it in the woods. They was fooling in the woods.
Oh, let me look this up.
Look at her trying to watch poker.
Yeah, no, I like looking up random shit.
But no, that was a random fact. Random fact, all opinion. He's in all the
John Smith.
Yes.
Let me write that down.
John Smith is in all. Just look him up. Abolitionist, ready to free everybody.
Okay, John.
Positive people.
What were we saying about never
identity
and Pocahontas?
Basically, I don't know how we got to Poca, but I will say, I said speaking of grandmother Willow and them, like if you don't have anything to believe.
Oh, the atheist dude.
Yeah,
yes.
We were talking about that, but
yes, okay.
I will say that
having nothing to believe in.
Having nothing to believe in.
He was dangerous.
It's dangerous.
It is.
And if people don't understand, believing into me doesn't necessarily, well, I'm not going to say believing in. Believing in brings some type of structure to people's lives.
It does.
And if you are alone and you don't believe in anything, it leads me to believe that you don't believe in any type of form, any type of structure, any type of balance. And I'm not going to say that you're suicidal, but
So I struggle with the whole, again, another conversation for another day, and I'm going to write this down because we'll talk about it again. The whole religion thing is like...
I don't think religion has anything to do with identity, though.
I think it has what we were talking about, believing in something. When you believe in something.
I think that can be a part of your makeup, but I don't think...
Or not religion, but just believing in something else other than yourself. Having to answer to someone. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I
that's it.
That's it.
Just
I believe
answer.
it.
I believe into it.
I think that can contribute to how you move.
Religion or belief?
In your personality, but it doesn't necessarily solve who you are as a person, because people can only do so much of what they're told
or taught,
and it's the same thing, told and taught. Because what you take seriously is what you're taught. What you're told is what you hear. You get what I'm saying? Like, you teach yourself, like, essentially. If you don't want to learn something, you're not going to reciprocate it. It's like school. I was taught what I remember, but I learned a lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was told a lot of shit. I was in school for 13 years. That was a long ass time. I was taught a whole lot of shit. But I wasn't taught a motherfucking thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like what?
I have a question. Was anybody else told or taught that New Mexico was a state?
We already went over this. I knew the 50 States song. I'm not sure what was happening in 2000. But maybe they just thought the world was going to end and they just gave up.
I'm just saying, like...
They probably gave up. Like, you know what?
I don't ever remember that. And I remember being an adult when somebody was like, oh, yeah, New Mexico. And I'm like, oh, you going to Mexico? No, I'm going to New Mexico. I'm like, oh.
See, now, I will say... I've never heard about life in New Mexico, and I feel like that's what we should be taught. Like, what do people do there?
Hey, if you are from New Mexico or you've lived
no, that's albacore tuna.
Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Albuquerque, New Mexico, right?
Yeah, but I'm thinking albacore tuna.
Yo, I made some tuna the other day. Bang it.
Fire.
Oh, you liked it?
Tuna?
Yeah, the tuna.
That tuna was good. Tuna's good. Tuna is good.
You're not supposed to eat too much.
That's what they say that about like salmon and avocado too.
Avocado?
Yeah, you're not supposed to eat too much.
Cholesterol.
Who?
Avocado is like good cholesterol.
Cholesterol is that ring around your eyes.
That's
diabetes. Black people always got, what is it? They always got a remedy. What is it?
Ain't no remedy. That's what is
high blood pressure?
No, it's, hold on. The ring around your eyes is glaucoma.
I thought that's when your eye changed color.
The blue ring around your eyes is glaucoma.
No, my grandmother had glaucoma. Her eye was green. Like the whole actual eye, the iris and the pupil, everything was green.
Was she blind?
Or no, glaucoma is the one that Medea always talks about and talking about smoking weed, right?
Who? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what my grandmother had in her eye.
She was smoking weed?
No, but it was the whole eye, that whole actual eye was green.
But I thought like around
the blue ring that you get around your eye was cholesterol, like had to do with like your health, like fat shit.
Can somebody tell us?
Help us, doctor.
What's the ring around your eye?
What's the ring?
We should call Dr. Della.
Yeah. Ooh, that would be dope. Please, let's tag her. Let's be quiet so we can make this clip. Dr. Della. Help us out.
Thank you, Dr. Della, for that information.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Della.
Please like, comment, and subscribe.
And follow Dr. Della.
For tips and tricks on how to save your life. Okay.
And your eyes. Okay. That's not funny.
It's nice.
Because I see spots.
She's starting to see stuff. No, I think I have it too, so I don't look too close.
Who am I?
Who? Okay, so no, that's what we're trying to figure out. So over the next couple of weeks, if you see shoulders and décolletage, new hairstyles.
Let me tell you. Sorry. She said I need to show my shoulders.
She was trying to zhuzh it up, and I kept saying, sex it up, sis. And that's like the slogan that I have for it. And she's like, no, I'm so modest. And I'm so not doing this. And I said, okay.
I was really joking.
Can't nobody see our legs, but joking, not joking. But nobody can see our legs, bottom half, under our areolas for real. So I feel like you showing your shoulders.
Saggy titties. She ain't got no nipples. Can't see our areolas.
The thing about it is, I feel like you're gonna wait to say that for real. No, seriously, I feel like I've advised her to wear off the shoulder stuff, décolletage.
I just think I'm sexy with my face.
Yeah, that works. See?
What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, giving them face. No, that works though. Sex doesn't have to come with
what we
skin,
should do?
but I feel like it's a great start.
I'm gonna just do a naked photo shoot.
See, nobody said take your drawers off. That's not what we said.
I can do like skin tone thongs.
it has to be an everyday practice.
I can walk around with that.
If that's what you want to feel, like a photo shoot is such a still in the moment, and you can feel good, but like the practice of being this every day is something that you have to do all the time. Here she go. She posing. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Oh, that's so cute.
You know what's crazy? That my husband is like, yeah, you should sex it up a little bit. Put it out there.
Did you do that before?
What?
Sex it up a bit?
And put it out there? Social media wasn't around.
So you was scary, bitch. So I'm just like,
Yes.
so don't be scary. Oh, you want me to post? I'll post it for you.
You'll post me for me?
Yeah.
No, post yourself.
Well, I'm not motivation. That's not. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Give it to him.
No, I'm serious. If that's what you want to portray, that's not what I'm trying to portray. I
Me
feel
neither.
cute.
Look, I changed my.
I feel sexy with lip gloss, wet lip. That's it. No mascara, Onze. That's what I do. No, but seriously though, she has a style.
I do have a style.
No, I'm saying you have one, but you also have one that you want to portray. She's very clear on who she wants to portray and how she wants to come off. It's just she refuses to do it.
I do it.
You do not.
In Cabo, I did.
1 week in 2019, 5 days, we had an amazing time. Like, come on, bro. We about to be in 2021.
I'm just saying, like...
It had to be on vacation, away from her kids, away from everything. No, this should be your life. You shouldn't be ashamed.
It's not that I'm ashamed. It's like, I can honestly say, so I changed my profile pic from a bathing suit, yellow, showing all thigh and breasts, to a face pic. Because it's like, I don't want to portray the wrong thing. And it's not just the wrong thing. It's like, okay, I know.
So people don't go swimming anymore?
Nah, it's not that. It's like, I know I'll get followers and people DMing me because I'm sexy. You know what I mean? Because of my profile pic, because of all of this. Like, shorty look good. You know what I mean? But I'm a businesswoman. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I'm so much more than that yellow.
That you want me to see.
Exactly. So, like, just see me. You know what I mean? Like, and I get it. But am I a sex symbol? Absolutely. Nigga, I got 3 kids.
Okay.
I'm a sex symbol.
So let me ask you this. Is it social media that turned you away from that picture? Or would you be comfortable wearing that out if we were just at a regular beach and we weren't out the country? Or would you be comfortable, like, being this personality with the people that you saw but didn't get in, you know what I'm saying? Like, would you be comfortable being this person in everyday life versus, like, thinking about it so hard on social media?
I think I'm comfortable with being the person. Like, if I'm at the beach, I'm cool. If I'm at the pool, I'm cool.
So do you think, like, if you were at the beach with all of your followers, would you keep your bathing suit on or would you change your clothes?
No, I'll be cool. I'll have my bathing suit on. But me being on social media, I don't want that to be the first thing you see and you click on my profile and you
because of this outfit. I don't want you to click on my profile because of type of thing.
Yeah. And I get it.
So recognize that as a different entity of me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sexy over here, but that doesn't need to be the first thing that you see.
Nah.
I can understand that.
And I get it. Like,
I don't even know how to take sexy pics. So I feel like you're going to have to you going to take these selfies.
How many pictures did it take for us to get those pictures of me in Cabo? I got them all in my phone, still, to this day. A shitload. You
have pictures more than 8 on your Instagram, so kudos to you. We still working on me. Because it's something wrong with the neck down. bras, bodies, pictures, poses, something I don't get with.
I get great pictures of you.
Yeah, candids, and then I also don't get to say anything either. Like, you're not one of those people who are like, hey, you like this pic? You want me to post this pic? You kind of just post them, tag me, and like, oh, well, shit.
Yeah, because...
like, I didn't have a choice.
Why is it attacking me? Because you be like, nah.
Yeah, so that's, you know what I'm saying? I'm self-critical. I have plenty, not recently, not this year, but I've had plenty of pictures of myself in a phone. It's just, where do they go?
I also don't feel like I'll post a picture that is not good.
Yeah, but I also don't think I look decent in pictures all the time. Like, I'm really hard on myself.
Go to our social media at a podcast about.
Check my 3 pics. They're lit.
No.
Shouting out from 2015 to 2020. Seeing the growth.
No, I'm talking about at a podcast about.
Oh.
All your pictures are lit.
Thanks.
Because I'm not going to post pictures that look bad.
She doesn't. I will give her. Shout out to the team because the social media is mean. Hey.
Yeah, like we're just not going to post pictures that look bad on social media. Because I wouldn't want somebody to do that to me. Plus, she takes amazing pictures. Identity theft. Identity.
I'm going to try. So I'm going to post 2 more pictures before this year's up.
No, nigga,
and y'all
what?
better like, comment, and subscribe to everything. Mine, hers, a podcast.
2
like,
before the year is up.
Yeah. I mean, what else do you want me to do?
Look at this.
How many pictures do you want me to post?
Can y'all see this? The many faces of Amy. She doesn't look bad in any of these.
I'm just trying to figure out how many pictures and editing and time do you expect people to take?
Dog, can I tell you how many pictures I actually have in my phone?
I think, tell them so they can know what rehab you need to go to.
So let me tell you why I have so many pictures.
No, don't tell them why. Tell them the number first.
Can I make it up?
Nope.
26,797 photos. I have 12,103 videos. And then it says 1 item.
Item or what? That is ridiculous. 12,000 photos of what?
No, 12,000 videos. I have 26,000 photos.
Of what?
Of us.
26,000. She clicked that button on her phone 26,000 times.
No. Okay, let me tell you.
For a picture. Let alone held it down and pressed it for a video. That's plus 12. Are you crazy?
So
that means she had her phone in her hand every day.
So let me say this.
I can't believe it.
Also, when I edit pictures in PixArt,
they get saved.
Yeah, I save them, and anytime I upload to social
them
media,
little 3 pictures she done edited and try to save to Pixar. She talking about, oh, that's gonna bring it down to 25,000. No. Keep your 26. That's a lot.
Like this one. This is an old pic that was in our APAN drive, and I edited it, and it saved it to my photo. This one too.
I love those pictures.
Yeah, Jaden did her thing.
She did.
So yes. So identity, know who you are, be comfortable with who you are, but also
it's cool to explore the other parts of you. That's what it is.
It's cool to explore.
She gonna write all this stuff down and I know what the hell she talking about.
Because I don't write clear notes.
It's cool. Like what?
What was cool? What was cool? But yes, it's cool to explore the other parts of you and just learn who you are without anyone's influence from the outside.
What's the best way to do that?
Disconnect.
From everyone.
Yeah. And everything. I think it's the process. It's kids going away to college.
I was just about to say, I feel like the first start a child can get is going away to school or moving out in their best capacity. And I say school, even so, if you're not struggling because you don't have to focus on certain things. Because moving out will have you in this cycle of just focusing on work and bills. And it will take your personality smooth out of you. You know what I'm saying? So going to college, working as hard as you can to get a scholarship to
and
be
being
able to
responsible,
coast.
like being responsible, knowing who you are, like that work ethic. Do you have it? Don't you have it? And it's okay if you don't or if you do. Like, excuse me. It's learning who you are, identifying who you are, and then nurturing that person. And which I think is the most important part. Nurture who you are and being comfortable with that person. And yeah, I can honestly say that I didn't appreciating, giving yourself grace. Like, I didn't appreciate who I was because I felt like I was always pushed to be something else. And we can go back to it just a couple of episodes ago. It was like, I felt like I had to be somebody else. Shout out to my husband. Him explaining like, no, we love every part of you and you can just be who you are. And I think that it's important to have those people around you to say it's okay. And then I think it's important for you to just know that it's okay. That
goes a matter of finding people who actually, who you feel like actually know you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Your parents know you, but you can feel like they don't know who you are because there's so many things you didn't get to tell them. They don't know about you. Mm-hmm. They don't know about what shaped how you act and why you are the way you are. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So people who you choose who actually took the time to understand you and stuff is also very important as well. And yeah, we are constantly going to change, grow, and to continue to be different people. Don't shy away from those people. Some phases may take longer than the others, but they're all there and they're all there to stay, for real.
And the shy away part, don't shy away from who you are. Yeah. Don't shy away from what you... Be who you think you should be, and then be who you actually are.
And when I say shy away, let me make this very clear. Shying away doesn't necessarily have to mean you have to be flamboyant on everything that you see. And I think people think shy away is being able to put yourself out there on social media. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first thing I think of when I think, oh, don't shy away from who you are. Some of us, like me, aren't social media people. It's okay to be like that and still have a personality. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I love that.
You know what I'm saying? It's okay to understand that this is not my forte and to still be who you are. It doesn't have to be, blasted for a personality to show. It's just acceptance of the things around you that you understand about yourself. That's really what it is. Yeah. Like, it's okay if everything's not for you. Everything ain't meant to be for you. All of us can't be doing the same shit, okay?
I'm about to be a stand-up comedian, so I want to tell a joke.
All of us can't be doing the same shit.
I want to tell a joke. So there was a cow.
So I want to thank y'all.
It's real. It's real. Okay. It's real. Okay. So. It's a knock joke. Knock. Mm-hmm. No. Stop, because my eyes are watering. I feel like I'm scared.
Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Who? Interrupting cow. Bye. Look, listen, I'm done. My stomach, bye, bro. I'm through. Okay, I'm sick of this. Okay, she's talking about some moo. Bye. Okay. See you next time.
That was good.